I'm here to stay. Rolling up my sleeves. I am not playing. I'm not playing. I am not playing. Hear what I'm saying? I am not playing. I'm not playing. I am not playing.
Hey, it is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really, say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal and People Pusher? No. What are you waiting for? Go over to pusherlife.org and go to the author's page and get your copy today. And while you're over there, hit that Healing 1 Million People link and take the pledge. Healing 1 million people, one person at a time. But as always, I am starting with myself. I thank you as always for showing up. You could be anywhere, but you choose to push forward with yours truly. And today I do have something to say, and this is going to be part 3. And what we will take responsibility for is, it's not you, it's me. I gotta laugh at myself when I say it. I gotta learn to take myself serious sometimes. I'm trying to tell you, but I want to challenge you on this evening. Have you ever, now I've never said that to anyone out loud, but I've heard it in movies. I heard stories where other people, use that line, but I personally did never use that line. But I perpetuated the behavior that comes with that. It's not you, it's me. And so I am just curious, you in the pusher community, I am so curious of when you hear that, if somebody was to say that to you, it's not you, it's me, how would you perceive that? Or if you are one who has told someone that, what was that like? I am just curious. I tell you, I don't really often speak unless I got something to say, and today I have something to say. So I am today asking for you, your push. I'm asking for you to show up for me tonight because I need your advice. I need a little push from you, the pusher community, and that's why it's just yours truly. So as you tap in, I want you to begin to think about that. And I want you to keep in mind, it takes one to know one. We're going somewhere on this evening. It definitely takes one to know one. So as as you ponder on that thought, I'm gonna ask that you put it in the chat. What comes to your mind when you hear it's not you, it's me? I'm just curious. And so I'll just give you a minute because it definitely has taken me a minute to get to this place of where I am. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, so you in the chat, holla at your girl. Let me know what you hear when you hear that. I used to say that when I broke my boys. When I broke up. Oh, you used to say that when you broke up with the fellas in high school. It's not you, it's me. Mr. Morgan says, he used that line too, we'll break it up. It's not you, it's me. Woo, we're going to have some fun on tonight. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. It's not you, it's me. Mr. Hulon, thank you for your service, Sergeant. We appreciate your service down here in Baltimore. We definitely appreciate your service. So shout out to you. But you used that line or heard that line when it came to breaking up. Oh my, it's not you, it's me. Woo. Hey, Pusher family. Yes. Hey, Raven. Hey. You didn't have to text me and put me on point today. I am not unmuted today. I got something to say. And I got balls. Damn. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a doozy. I'm telling you. So, this is part 3 of today. If you missed part 1, I'm gonna ask that you go back and tap in and watch it. I'm telling you, I only speak when I have something to say, and on that day I had something to say. So I am going to encourage you to go back and watch that 30 something minute clip on the what initiated this. Excuse me, but today on this evening, I want to challenge you. I really do. It's not you, it's me. I want to challenge you on that perspective. I don't know how you heard it, where you got that perspective, that line from. I don't know what the intentions behind why you're saying it, but on today, it takes one to know one. I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to challenge you in a way in which I have to put myself out there. Oftentimes, when I am challenged to deal with me, the real me, the inward parts of me that everyone else doesn't get to see, it isn't always pretty because I don't always want to deal with me. But as I deal with me, and because I have initiated this campaign of healing out loud, I have something to share with you that as I receive my breakthrough, I help that I can challenge you the way that you think about that kind of approach when you are telling someone it's not you, it's me. And see, as I told you, I've never used that line intentionally, but my behavior was a reflection of that. Indeed, it was. But I find it interesting that on this day, it really was me. The relationship was no longer fun and was getting serious. I wasn't falling in love in high school. That is true. Do we really know what that is? But yeah, kudos for you for knowing in high school. It's not you, it's me. When we use that line, or when we have said that line, or when we have thought about it, when we had that conversation, when we were pumping ourselves to have that difficult conversation with someone, and we were pumping ourselves up, rehearsing the lines of what we're going to say, and when we get there, we don't say nothing nowhere near what we practice. It don't come out. Most of us act good and crazy, and then some of us act good and passive and quiet and meek. We do the opposite of the routine that we had pumped ourselves up about. My bad. I'm just talking about myself. I'm talking about me. We talking about healing out loud. It's not me, it's you. I assure you. I've been challenged to really look and examine myself in a way in which I have never done before, because I've never been in this place before. The things that I have been externally experienced has been new to me on a different level. Emotions are the same, but intensities and excitements are different. But nonetheless, I've experienced these emotions before. And as I sit here, I'm telling you, when you get clarity, when you just take time with yourself and you just sit with yourself, and I'm saying for real, we get all this information, we show up to all these classes, we having all these different productive conversations about life, and we setting these goals, but do we really do the most important thing in the process? And that is sit with self Do we really reflect? I mean, honestly, do we really sit and have a conversation with ourselves and really talk ourselves through the process? Or are we just taking information and we are becoming obese with information? We're not doing anything with it. We on a scale thinking that we have gained 10 extra pounds. No, you have gained 10 extra pounds of intensity emotionally, because you're just bagging and psychologically 10 pounds, spiritually 10 pounds, physically 10 pounds, and you're just feeling like I just can't, I don't know what to do. You see yourself like feeling like a balloon that just won't never stop growing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's because you are suffocating yourself with information. I'm not sitting under anybody that knows me today and before knows that I'm not just going to sit up underneath anybody. People that really knows me knows that I am going to do my research. I am not going to take, if I don't know, and the information you are giving me, I've never heard before, I am going to do my research. And you may not never know that I went back and read a whole entire book just to understand what it was that you were giving me. I am that kind of person. The cat is out the bag. I'm saying this to say, at some point in your process, in your journey, in your 24 hours that you have out of the day, you have to take some time and sit with yourself and really have a conversation with yourself. You're having conversations with everybody else. You're listening to everybody else. So why not take time? Because the one person you are going to be honest with is you. Sit with yourself long enough. You'll get honest. Even when you don't want to, even when it hurts, you're going to get honest. And guess what that is going to do for you? It's going to take you to another place that you've never been, that you never experienced. And I'm saying internally. See, it's levels to this. That's why it's called a process. And because I understand my process, I understand yours. That's why today I could say you're not the problem. It's me. When I find myself in difficult situations and challenges, it is not in conversations. It is not about that person or them people. It's about me and the decision that I make in that very moment. Because guess what? You have the freedom to choose that what you desire without blame, shame, and guilt. And guess what that means? You don't got to listen to everything and everybody. Yes, we have to get real with ourselves. At some point in this journey, I refuse to continue to hold people hostage. Why? Because I want to be whole, stable, and solid. It sounds good, but I don't want it to just sound good. I want it to feel good and look good and smell good in my life. That's why when I show up as I am. And even if I'm a little hurt, I'm going to polish myself. Because my hurt don't have nothing to do with you. But understand, if your spirit is in alignment, and if you have the wisdom, God gonna lead me to you anyway. And then I'm gonna open my mouth. And guess what? There's gonna be exchange, because when I open my mouth, you know without doubt, I need something from you. Why? Because I don't just talk just to be talking. Indeed, not. At some point, you have to take accountability. At some point, for you and your journey, we are still looking outward. We are still focused on the outward. We are still blaming the outward. When are you going to get the mirror and look at you? At some point, you got to do the work. At some point. I'm talking about healing out loud. I ain't got time to hide no more. I ain't got time to be quiet no more. Why? Because my healing is dependent upon it. I ain't got time to be mad at you. I ain't got time to be holding on to stuff that I can't control. It just is what it is. You can't be upset with somebody that refuses to be up, to just refuses to not love you, to not treat you kindly. That shows up for you the best way they can. I said it on yesterday. I'm telling you, go back and watch it. I said it on yesterday. We are so focused on the people that don't show up that we don't appreciate and say thank you to those that do. I refuse to live in that. Why? Because the people that show up has value. The people that show up, they are making a statement. They are participating in that moment. They are giving you whatever it is in them in that moment, which is something they will never get back, and that's time. You can't be mad about that. For 22 years, I was angry. I was bitter. I had so much resentment. Oh my God. And I mishandled people. I mistreated people because of my hurt. And I'm blaming people. I'm shaming people. I want people to feel guilty for the decisions that I made. What sense does that make? Now we tapping into mental health. Real talk, healing out loud. What sense does that make? When as an individual, this is my journey. These are my choices that I'm making. And how dare I hold anyone hostage in my heart in bitterness and in unlove and unforgiveness when they got their own journey too? How dare I? Am I mightier than God? I know it says that I'm more than a conqueror. It says I'm more than a conqueror, but it does not say that I am more than the one that created me. So how dare I? Yes, we're talking about healing out loud. When are you going to take back control of what you think, feel, and believe and stop putting the responsibility on other people? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. We're talking about healing out loud. I only speak when I got something to say. And today I got something to say. This conversation is not for everybody. It's not. And it is well with my soul. Understand that to forgive is your responsibility. To show up in love and compassion and grace, that's your responsibility. You are expecting a people that don't know how yet to show up like that. But you the one that got the tools. You the one that got the answer. You the one who went through the process. You had this unfair expectation of people who are not where you are. It is unfair and it is unjust. I shared on yesterday, there are men and women who are still held captive in prison who is still doing their time. I'm only talking about, I'm going somewhere, so just push forward with me. I'm going somewhere with this. There are men and women who are still held captive. They did their time. They put in that work. They grinding. They not doing it for the public. They not doing it for the pat on the back. They not doing it so they can come home and receive all this clout. You got some men and women in there that's doing it because they want different internally. They want to know what it's like to live out loud, to be free internally. And some of them don't know the time or the hour. That's a whole different level of when or if they will ever be released, but yet they still doing the work. Shout out to Michelle Blythe, who doing a life sentence. Don't know if they ever gonna let her out. But guess what she in there doing? Pushing forward, still leading, still encouraging, still praying, still helping. Why? Because she's not allowing her circumstances to dictate the responsibility that she has to herself to live in freedom, no matter the circumstances. And we out here complaining about who ain't showing up. How many visits you think she getting? And you will never hear her complain about it. Why? Because she appreciates the person that goes out of bounds and knock on her door. She appreciates the person that goes out of bounds if she's in the infirmary, sick, to see about her. But we are out here complaining and murmuring when you got out here, got everything you can possibly need and want. You focused on a wrong thing. What are you going to do with the 24 hours that you control? Because there's some people who don't control their 24 hours, and yet they still refuse to be shut out. Yet they still refuse to back down. Yet they still making a decision to get up every day and live under the circumstances that they are in. How dare you complain about the circumstances of being physically free? How dare you? It's not you, it's me. I promise. It's not you, it's me. See, I remember. And because I remember, I got to inform you and remind others. Don't forget that I'm still growing. Don't forget that I'm still learning. I come from that place. And so my passion is going to be different than yours. My truth is going to come out different than yours, accepted or not. But it is what it is. Why? Because I choose to heal out loud. I ain't come to play. I didn't. I do this because I live it. I am what I do, and I do what I am. I tell people all the time. And if you don't get it today, you will get it tomorrow. And if not, just holler at your girl. I will break it down to a science. At some point, I got to bring you a different perspective. Why? Because I know you don't know what it's like to not have, to the degree where you can't decide. See, sometimes I got to remind you that you're not the problem. It's me. I'm the problem because I'm here to challenge your thinking. I'm here to challenge you to do something different because the way you moving, you focused on the wrong thing. In my Kevin Gates voice, I'm so not sorry, but forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me for not reminding you sooner that you are amazing. Forgive me for not reminding you sooner that you have what it takes to do whatever it is that your heart desire. What is it that I am trying to say? It does not matter your circumstances. If you can see it, if you can write it, if you can speak it, it is yours, but you got to be willing to put in the work. I'm here to remind you it's a process. You got to be willing. And the first person you got to sit with is you. Stop collecting all this information. And it's just laying dormant in you. Do something with it. Information has no power unless you implement it in your life. Information is what it is. Words on paper, words on a screen. Until you do something with it and your behavior begin to change. Your thought life, your thought patterns, your movement begin to shift. It begin to change. Stop making excuses. None of us chose the cards that was dealt to us. Not one of us. I said it yesterday. If I can rewind the hands of times, I would not go back. When I look back over some of the stuff that I've been through, I don't want to revisit that. And I know some of y'all that just know me, the pusher today, I know you don't want me to go back there. To that place. I assure you, I make this decision every day. I take everything serious, even when I'm laughing. Why? Because laughing makes me feel good. I love to be with my friend, and she gets so mad at me because she a good storyteller. She be for real. She could be in tears, and I'll be cracking up. It's not that I'm not taking this seriously. It's just the way that she tells her story. It's just funny to me. I don't laugh all the time, but most of the time, especially the time she don't really want me to laugh. But guess what? It's moments like that that I appreciate. Because there was a time I couldn't do that. Laugh, smile. My cheeks hurt now. And I don't got to remind myself to do that. That lets me know where I am. I am taking you seriously. I'm telling you, if you ever listen to her, especially when she upset and irritated, it comes out the funniest. I'm trying to tell you. But there was a time that I just took everything so literal and so serious. But the fact that I laugh for real, the fact that even right now there's a smile on my face, and I'm telling you, I'm looking at it, I don't like it. But it shows me a reflection of my growth, of my strength, of my hope, of my tenacity, of my momentum. Understand, I'm not around just to be around. There's purpose. I got to be getting something, some substance in this interaction. Oh, I'm gone. So I know this stuff works. It's like an NAAA meeting. It works if you work it. I said yesterday, if I go stand in front of my door and I know there's no one on the other end, but my expectation is for that door to open, and I ain't doing nothing but just standing there. How ridiculous is that? This is when I realized that you're not the problem. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Because I'm standing here expecting the door to open and I'm just expecting it. How ridiculous is that? Ask yourself that. I really want to know. Or am I the only one? And I mean that I do that literally too. Because whenever I am with Keisha, she always opens the door for me. And so I really do not like opening doors. But I do. I open doors when I'm with my girlfriends. I do. I don't like nothing about it. Why? Because I've been taught a standard and I like that standard. But how ridiculous would I be to stand in front of my door expecting it to open and no one's on the other end? If I want to get out and go to my next destination, the only way I'll be able to do that is if I open the door myself. What am I saying? We are just waiting. We're making these decisions. That's all we're doing. We getting this information and we making decisions, but that's all we're doing. We are just like me, standing in front of the door, expecting someone to open it and no one's on the other end. The only way I am going to get to my destination is if I open the door myself. Oh, it's just me. It's just me. Okay. We're talking about healing out loud. It's not me. That's why I know I couldn't shake that. It's not you. It's me. I couldn't shake it. All day I just was tripping about it. It's me. Why? Because I'm choosing. In all things, I'm choosing. In all things, no one's forcing me to do anything. I'm choosing. And because I am aware of that, when I stand in front of my door, it's with intentions. I got my key out because I know to get where I need to be, I need to open the door and get to the other side. And I need to secure it once I open the door and get on the other side. I'm not thinking of these things. It just naturally happen. But yet when it comes to your aspirations and your goals and the things that you want to do, you just making a decision and just waiting. And I'm trying to figure out, what are you waiting for? Because no one is coming. You got all the tools. You got all the sense. You got all the creativity. You got all the audacity. What are you waiting for? You the one with the vision. You the one with the ideas. You are the one with the passion. It's your journey. What are you waiting for? Make the decision today. Because tomorrow is not promised. See, that's why sometimes I got to show up and remind you about people like Michelle Blythe, who is currently doing a life sentence. I have the privilege to know some of her dreams. I have the privilege to know some of her aspirations. And as best as she can, she is fulfilling her desires with the limited access that she has. Why? Because when you're faithful over a few things, God will make you a ruler over many. I'm talking about somebody that's held captive. I'm talking about somebody that does have limits. I'm talking about somebody that has little control over what she does with her time, how she responds through her emotions. See, being aggressive can get you in trouble on a different kind of level. So making a decision to live under the circumstances you in, with whatever it is that you have before you, and making that work, what is your problem? They don't have support groups. They don't have, you have to literally go out of your way and figure it out. You have to create think tanks. You have to challenge other people. You have to ask a lot of questions. You have to befriend people to learn things outside of prison. That takes skill. You have to want to see yourself outside of where you are so that you can live and be content with where you are. And so on this evening, to you, those that are listening and who will listen in the future, what are you waiting for? You have unlimited access to resource. You can pick up your phone at any given time and call anybody you so desire. But there are people who are longing to hear the stories out here, who's fantasizing about it because they don't have direct access. But you who have direct access to your tribe, to the people in your life, what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone. Why are you suffering in silence? Why are you putting yourself on this hamster wheel? At some point, do something different. Guess what? This right here, I do not have a clue of how this thing is going to go. But guess what? I'm learning as I go. And I wish y'all could see my little spread, my little production. I wish y'all can see it. Even though you can't see it, I can. And guess what it does for me? It charges my momentum. It lets me know that I'm taking this thing seriously. And I'm intentionally making decisions that will assist me while I'm healing out loud. So my question to you in the chat, it ain't you, it's me. But I want to know from you, what is the whole? What is keeping you from taking the next step? What is keeping you from going through the process? What is keeping you from picking up the phone? What's keeping you from letting it go? What's keeping you from saying, you know what? I might not understand your perspective. I might not even understand fully how you feel about whatever happened between you and I. But I'm willing to let it go. I only get 24 hours out of the day. What are you waiting for? And I'm telling you now, God forbid, Lord, I want to see the next 40, 50 years of my life. But if something was to happen to me, y'all bet not let nobody come to my celebration with that foolishness. Because if you can't pick up the phone and have the difficult conversation with me now, you tripping. I don't want that even while I'm gone. See, that's the kind of healing out loud that I do. I have time and taking advantage of it. I have dreams and desires to do something new in my career. It's me. I got to get out of my own way. Yes, Brandy, make the move. You made the decision. You made the decision. Either do it or don't. But don't waste time. No matter what. We're acting like this time is old to us. It's not old to us. We got to have a level of urgency that whatever my dream is, whatever my passion is, whatever that thing is, you have to have a level of urgency that you have when somebody pisses you off, when someone rubs you the wrong way. And then you got to have a conversation like me. It's not you, it's me. I don't want you to have the responsibility for my decision making. I no longer want you to take the responsibility of my behavior. It's not you, it's me. Why? Because no one has direct access to my internal environment. That belongs to God and God alone. I've let too many people in. I ain't got time. Why? Because I'm choosing to invest my time in things that will help me learn, things that will help me be great, things that will help me celebrate myself, things that will help me celebrate other people. I'm willing to go through the fire to get to the other side. Why? Because I've been there and done that. And look at me now. And I'll be 46. I told you, I don't want to go back to prison. But I look back every now and then and say, thank you for preserving me. Thank you for confusing the people about my age. Thank you. I don't take anything for granted. No more. And time is something that you can't get back. It's something that you can't undo. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Pick up the phone. Call that person. Let them know you're struggling. Let them know that you're hurting. Guess what? God gonna lead you to the right person. It's the person that keep coming to you and you ignoring it. It's that person that you see when you be on Facebook and they keep popping up and you want to call them. But you in your mind having the wrong kind of conversation. Oh, they probably busy. Oh, they probably got their own stuff. Why are you taking people options away? See, this is when you have to understand that when you have to say, you're not the problem, it's me. I told you I was going somewhere with this, where I don't know, but I'm going wherever God takes me. Why? Because I recognize you're not the problem. It's me. I refuse to take on an oppressive mentality when I'm free. I refuse to act like something that I'm not. I'm not bitter. I am not unhealed. So why would I present myself as such? I release you. See, at some point, you have to get real with yourself. This ain't for play. It is not. I done experienced several different emotions this week because I'm going through a process. and I'm getting ready to do something. I don't want to, but it just came to me. And so I got to do it. And so I need you to bear with me. Bear with me, because I did not know that I was going to do this. But I'm talking about, what are you waiting for? I can't tell you and ask you what you waiting for and not ask myself the same question. Told you I'm going through a process. Just bear with me. This is crazy, but it is what it is. I want you to listen to something. Yes, this is the mature me, because I know I can't see. So call me glasses Malone, honey. Yes, because I need to see. Because I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want you to miss this. We are talking about, it's not you, it's me. And I'm going to read something to you. I told you I'm going through a process. And I'm going to read something to you, and I pray that it pricks you. And it challenges you. That you put yourself in it as you hear it. This has truly been a process that took intentional time, self-reflection, and growth. Now that I fully understand, I write this to you with all sincerity. It's not you, it's me. I release you from the responsibility for my life experiences, the good, the bad, and even the most painful experiences. I release you from that. Whatever your part was as a parent or as a human being, I acknowledge that my journey is ultimately that of my own. The choices I made, the path I followed, the emotions I carried, those things belong to me. And I take full responsibility. I take ownership on this day. This doesn't mean everything was or will be easy, or nor does this say it didn't or it doesn't still hurt. It means I no longer hold you hostage, accountable for how I am choosing or have chosen to live, to feel, to think, and or believe. You are no longer a label or an expectation in my story of blame or credit for my own becoming. I release you. I'm choosing to take back my power. I'm encouraging you to take back your power. Now, there may still be more pain, some pain, or lessons that will arrive. But I will confront them all with compassion for myself, for you, and let me not forget to say again, myself. I am no longer carrying you in this place of hostility, of resentment, of unforgiveness. No longer will I blame, shame, or guilt you for my choices, for my decisions. Whatever has passed between us, I release it. I release you, and I definitely release myself. And from this day forth, I operate in forgiveness. Let that penetrate. Understand, I didn't choose to heal out loud just for goodness sake. I understand that my healing can cause an effect on somebody else's healing. And I'm saying, for those of us that has been focused on the wrong thing, the wrong people, subconsciously we blame, shame, and guilt. We say we forgive. We say we have let go. But it's not until we are reminded that we have gotten too comfortable. We have gotten too complacent in one phase of the process. The idea of pushing forward is to keep moving. I don't care if you go back, forth, left, right, crisscross, hopscotch. I don't care. As long as you are moving. See, when we are focused on the wrong thing, we feel stagnated. We feel overwhelmed. We feel like our peace has been disrupted. And we're looking at other people. And I'm challenging you. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, it isn't you, it's me. And I assure you, it will cause an effect. And I'm saying if you do it for real, in real life. I know we oftentimes we hear stuff and we like, all right, okay. And depending upon the person that's saying it, we like, all right, I'm telling you what worked for me. I'm telling you what I just did. I'm telling you the decision that I just made. I read to you the words that I just wrote on today. Why? Because I recognize that my healing don't stop. It is constant. And I'm willing to face and confront whatever comes up. Why? Because I'm worthy to enjoy peace. I'm worthy to endure not just the hardships in life, but being able to make the best decision possibly for me to push forward. My mental health is intact. It is well with my soul. See, while y'all worrying about all other things, I'm tapped in because my mental health is much more important than things and places. We focused on the wrong thing. Those that have the capacity to show up will show up. But allow people to support you in a way in which it speaks to their individuality, not according to your standard. Michelle supports me everywhere I go physically because that's what she's choosing to do. That is not an expectation that I have that we talked about. She is just simply operating in who she is, as she is. And because she has the capacity to make room in that moment, in that hour, during that time, that's what allows it to work. I'm using her as an example because I just seen her name pop up. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. We do not gatekeep this information. This is why I'm in your messenger. This is why I'm texting you. I'm not doing this just because I want you to just know that I'm doing something. No, I want you to tap in and get this work. Why? Because we're talking about real life, real people that's trying to figure this thing out. But while you are trying to figure it out, don't forget that the other person is trying to figure it out too. We keep holding each other hostage based upon our deficits, based upon what we don't know. Well, hey, you, since you are aware, then give the information. Since you got it figured out, don't gatekeep it. Why? I know for me personally, because I don't know everything. I keep telling y'all, I got to remind myself that I'm just adjusted, but yet still not adjusted psychologically. There are still things I'm unlearning. It's just everyone doesn't have the privilege to see the process. But those of you who have shown up on this evening, this Good Wednesday, you've gotten the privilege to see what it looks like just a little bit. When I go through the process. So my challenge, your homework, I've never done this. I'm giving homework. Woo! Your challenge, in all seriousness, whatever that thing is that has you in this holding pattern, the first thing I want you to do is go back to the episode, My Picker Has Been Broken. Go back to that episode and watch it. And then once you watch it and you get what you get out of it, I then want you to really make a decision about what you want to do moving forward. This is your life. You are responsible. And my battery is running low. I guess my production ain't all that, but guess what? It's back and running. Make the decision. You know that person that be coming to your mind? You know, you might get an attitude. You think about you watching a TV show. You reading something or you having a conversation and this person pop up in your mind. It ain't, it's not, that person is not there just by happenstance. I assure you of that. Sit with it. Don't ignore it. And then I assure you, you will get clarity of what you need to do with that vision, with that memory. We're so focused at looking at everybody else. But on tonight, I want you to take your mirror and really look at you and tell yourself, it's not you, it's me. It's your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. I appreciate everyone for tapping in on this evening. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to push forward with us on tonight. As always, the Pusher community rock. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for continuing to push me. We are doing amazing things in the Pusher community. We doing upgrades. We are just doing some things for this community so that we can uplift one another in that, so that we can have a place where we can heal out loud. I do not want you to gatekeep this episode. I want you to share it. And not only that, I want you to play it back. And I really want you to do the work. If you haven't already gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal, I want you to go on pusherlife.org and go to the office link and get your copy. This is so important. Forward ever, backwards never. We are forever reminded that we are not going back. We are only looking back. And the only reason why we are looking back is to remember, or for a frame of reference. But I assure you, if you begin to do the work, it will bless your whole life. And once you begin to do the work, you open other people up to do the work as well. I appreciate my community, my village. I thank y'all for showing up. And I want y'all to bear with me. Stay with me. Stay, like as the kids say, stay on stream, because you never know when I'm going to drop. So I'm not just going live. I am dropping. I'm not going to tell you how often, because I don't want you to create an expectation and be disappointed. But I want you to put your notification bell on, so that whenever I do drop, that you will get a notification and you will be able to see the videos that I do download. And understand that this is a community that we are healing out loud. So do not forget to take the pledge, healing 1 million people, one person at a time. But as always, I am starting with me. And if it will help you to write a letter, just start there. Write the letter to yourself first. Anything, whatever it is that you need to do, so that you can get out of this holding pattern, internal holding pattern, because you are in your own way. I assure you of that. No one is in your way. It is you, and you alone. Brandy says it best. Take ownership of that and then make the decision and put in the work so that you can grind. I love you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I see you next week, same time. Peace. It is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal when people pusher? No, then travel over to pusherlife.org, go to the author's page, and you will find It Takes One to Know One and People Pusher. Come tap in.